NBA totals for Thursday, December 29th. For you new guys, this is the segment where we look at the total set by odds makers and we try to beat that line of the final score, if you will, either over or under that total. We also have our NCAA basketball segment that covers this same topic, so be sure to check that out. And don't forget to check out all the videos at SBR we got up for you guys. They're all free. And of course, don't forget to check out SBR. We got all the odds and all the numbers and all the sports books, which ones to join, which ones not to join, and a lot of really good sign-up bonuses. So be sure to check out Sports Book Review. All right, here we go. Let's jump into today. We got 3 games on the card. First, we're going to look at is Oklahoma City and Memphis. This line looked a little bit odd to me at 198.5. I'm going to go under that total set by odds makers. It doesn't look like Conley's going to play, but still, the way these two match up, again, kind of like the other day where he had such a horrible day a couple days ago, where we have two really conflicting styles. But the game's at Memphis, so I'm thinking the Grizzlies are going to be able to at least keep Oklahoma City somewhat in check. A pretty decent Oklahoma City defense as well. So 198.5, I don't think they're going to get there. Right now we got Oklahoma City averaging 107 points per game. Memphis are averaging 97.7 points per game. That ranks second to last in the NBA. They don't score a lot. It's still that same Memphis style, even with Fitzdale at the helm. Now, they went off the other night against Boston, where they just went up and down the floor. I don't think that's going to happen tonight, though. If they want to beat Oklahoma City, they're going to have to keep them in check, especially Westbrook. Of course, he's having a tremendous year. Memphis are averaging just they're giving up just 98.1 points per game. Really good on the defensive side. Oklahoma City ranks them out in the middle of the league, but their defensive statistics across the board are not bad. Let's take a look. Right now, you got an Oklahoma City team where they rank 11th in opponent shooting efficiency, and they rank 7th, allowing opponents to shoot just 34.4% from beyond the arc. Memphis, not a good shooting team. They rank last in the league in overall shooting percentage, despite the great night they had at Boston. And then you got Oklahoma City, a tremendous scoring team, but, they're only shooting 33.2% from beyond the arc. Memphis, one of the better defensive teams across the board statistically. They're allowing, for example, opponents to shoot 43.1% overall. That ranks third in the league. So I don't think it's going to get to that 198.5. I look for Memphis to go ahead, play some good D, and I think the tempo is going to be really controlled with a Memphis team that does not get up and down the floor at a really quick pace. All right, next one we got up. And the 3 games we got up are kind of Oklahoma City, Memphis. That's going to be a good matchup. But the other two, not so exciting. Still, what I liked were the numbers on this. We got Philadelphia and Utah, 194.5 set by odds makers, and I'm going under this total as well. Philadelphia has actually played some pretty good defense this year. Now, they matched up earlier this season, and it was a pretty I got the wrong one up there. It was not a great game by the 76ers, scoring just 84 points with the Jazz smoking them 194-84. And we look at the shooting percentages. Utah had a nice game shooting 50%. Philadelphia, not well at all at 40%. Utah, they shot almost 60% from distance. I don't think that's going to happen again tonight. 76ers weren't that great, shooting about 33%. Philadelphia still struggles to score, and now they're playing arguably the best defense in the NBA. I think they're going to struggle again tonight. When we look more at their percentages, you got a Philadelphia team, they're averaging just 98.7 points per game. Utah, just 99.2. Now, Utah has shown the ability to actually score some points, but they get it done on defense. I mean, they're allowing 95.3 points per game. That ranks first in the NBA. Philadelphia, their scoring defense is not that great, but percentage-wise, not bad at all. Let's talk about that. Right now, they rank right in the middle of the league in opponent effective field goal percentage and opponent shooting efficiency. That's 17th. That ranks right in the middle, considering the fact that they were really dead last year. They've shown the ability to actually play a little bit of defense. They rank 12th in opponent shooting percentage at 35%. So not bad overall. From Philadelphia. They're a little bit better than last year. Utah, they're number 1 defensively. They're number 1 in opponent effective field goal percentage, shooting efficiency, 2-point shooting percentage. They're second in opponent overall shooting percentage. Really good Utah defense against a Philadelphia team that shoots just 43.7% from the floor. Utah, pretty good percentage-wise. They're going to win this game, but I just don't think they're going to get that 194.5. I think it's going to be a pretty tough time for Philadelphia, and they're not going to contribute at all to get to this number. Last one we got up. Dallas versus the Lakers. A little disappointed in that Dallas team the other night versus Houston in the way they acted. And I thought Houston and James Harden were right to go ahead and complain about that a bit. I was a little bit surprised from a Rick Carlisle club to be that way, but that they're having a frustrating year, so I don't think they reacted very well. Sorry, let's get to the total. All right, we got Dallas and Los Angeles. I just like to talk about basketball. I can sit here and just talk for hours, NCAA and NBA, but we got to get to the totals and get through this segment. Otherwise, I'll be here until New Year's. All right, we got Dallas, Los Angeles, 203.5 set by odds makers. I'm going over that total. And we're going to go ahead and look at an earlier matchup they had this year. The Mavericks beat the Lakers 109-97. So the total set just around that number. Both of them shot pretty decent that game at around 50%. Both of them shot pretty well from beyond the arc, around 40%. Dallas, they really didn't get up and down the floor, with Dallas getting up 82 attempts and the Lakers getting up 78 attempts. But this was way earlier in the year. Recently, we've seen Dallas with kind of a little bit of ability to score, but they're still, their percentages are not that great. The issue tonight, though, is they're facing a Lakers team that likes to get up and down and plays one of the worst. Well, they're one of the worst percentage-wise defensively in the NBA. Right now, Dallas is averaging just 94.8 points per game. They're ranked last in the league, but you got a Los Angeles team that's allowing opponents over 110 points per game. So look for the Mavericks to go ahead and score tonight enough to get us over this 203.5. Lakers, they could score a little bit. Percentage-wise, they're not that great, but they do average about 87 attempts per game. That ranks 7th in the NBA. Dallas has not gone slow, but I think with a team like the Lakers that don't play the Lakers that do not play a lot of defense, and the fact that they like to push some tempo, I think Dallas is going to go ahead and run a little bit. I mean, they got some weapons. Dallas does. They got some veterans, I should say, not weapons, but they're just so thin right now. I still think they're going to be able to score. Their percentages across the board are not that great, but they are shooting almost. They're shooting 34.4% from distance. That's not the dredge. And the Lakers, percentage-wise, I mean, they're last in the league in opponent shooting percentage, allowing opponents to shoot 47.8%. So I like Dallas to go ahead and score tonight. Dallas, defensively, they haven't been that great either. They rank last in the league in opponent effective field goal percentage and opponent shooting efficiency. So this is all about two poor defenses going after it, and but with enough, I think, to go ahead and get us over that 203.5. So I'm going to go over that total. All right, let's recap those games. On our NBA totals, we got Oklahoma City, Memphis under the 198.5. We got Philadelphia, Utah under the 194.5 in a game. I think Philadelphia's going to have trouble scoring. And Dallas and Los Angeles, two pretty poor defensive teams, but I think with the ability to score at times to get over that 203.5. Those are our NBA totals picks for today, Thursday, December 29th. And I wish you luck on your picks today.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.